Hello everyone, welcome to another video, and today we're gonna be unboxing and I'm gonna be trying out this UGREEN HD USB video capture card. This is something that I bought from Amazon. It's for $20 and it's one of the alternatives for Elgato video capture, which is about over $100 if I'm not mistaken. So this one comes with it actually connects via USB-C, but it comes with an adapter, and as you can see here on the side, it connects via HDMI. And then if we go to the product page, we can see here that if we go to the about page, the video capture card connects via USB-C. Video recording supports up to 4K at 60 frames per second pass-through, and then it records at 180p 30 frames per second. Now, what does that mean? So I'm not really sure, but the way I interpret this is that you can play and you can experience a game as it is at 60 frames per second or 4K while you're recording in OBS, for example. And then if you record, that's just gonna be at 30 frames per second. So they actually say it here, like the 4K video recording card does not affect your personal gaming experience on PS5, Xbox Series X or S, or PC when streaming or recording. So let's go ahead and open this thing now. So I plan to use this on a base PS5 later on. I'm also gonna try to show you guys how to set this up via OBS. And before we get into the actual product, I also just wanted to show you guys the description on the box here. So it says here, so it comes with an HDMI female, so that's where you put the HDMI cable, and then the output port, USB-C or USB-A male, and that's why it comes with the adapter. And then the input resolution is maximum 4K at 60 Hz and backwards compatible, and the output resolution, as we talked about earlier, is at 180p at 30 Hz. I know that might sound like bad news, and it does sound like bad news for me, but we're gonna try it out and see the difference later on anyway. So here is the actual product. Alright, so underneath that plastic are some of the instructions. I actually found this in the box. There's actually some instructions on how to connect this device to OBS actually. So we're gonna go and follow this instructions later on. And again, let's get back to actually trying out the device. So I have my regular HDMI cable here, which I also bought from Amazon before. So we're just gonna connect this over here. And this other end, we're gonna be connecting to the PC. And I'm guessed that OBS will actually try to recognize it like a webcam. So it's probably gonna be a video capture device. So let's go into OBS and set this up over there. Alright guys, so now we are in OBS. So what we need to do in order to connect our PlayStation 5 to OBS is we need to add a source, and then we need to add the video capture device, and then add source. Okay, and then just click add source again, and then you need to select the USB video device, whatever equivalent name appears on your computer. So we add this one, and immediately we see this in the background here. I'm gonna minimize this a bit so that we can see the rest of the menus that I'm referring to. So on the video capture device, I haven't actually plugged in the PS5 yet because I wanted to show about this this rainbow bars here. So there's two problems that could cause this. One is that you have a faulty cable, or you haven't connected your HDMI cable, and the third one, which is very important, so we'll get that in a bit. Alright, so to fix those rainbow bars, you have to make sure that on your PlayStation, when you go to settings, system, and then to HDMI, you have to make sure that enable HDCP is actually disabled. So HDCP stands for High Bandwidth Digital Content Protection, and this is required by some games and apps. So if you disable this, there's a small chance that some games and apps wouldn't be able to start. So that's one of the downsides of disabling this, but one of the upsides is that yeah, you'll be able to do video capture on your computer. Alright, so far you notice there's actually I'm not sure if the sound can be heard at this point on the recording, but I couldn't hear it on my desktop. So to make sure that you can hear it on your desktop, you need to go to your video capture device settings again, either by double clicking or just clicking on this cogwheel over here. So what we need to do is to, let me just put this thing away for a while. What we need to do is make sure to select output desktop audio direct sound. Okay, this will enable the sound on your desktop. You will see that your audio will shift from your video capture device to your desktop audio. So let's try and do that. Okay, so now the sound should be on my desktop audio. I'm gonna put this back here, and then if I do some things here, if I go back to full screen on the PS5, you can see here that there's a reaction on the desktop audio, and that's because the sound is now coming from right over there. So we're gonna try some games here. So let's go on with Silent Hill. Alright guys, so I just skipped all the cutscenes and just went straight into gameplay. So this is how it looks like during gameplay on this capture card, and I'm pretty sure it's supposed to run much better. And just to say that this doesn't have HDR on, I don't think that the capture device allows it to, doesn't support HDMI at all. So even if you go to the settings on your PS5 and try to enable it, it wouldn't, because it detects this like sort of its monitor or TV, and it detects that it doesn't support HDR and variable refresh rate. So latency or on the input seems pretty reasonable. Like when I turn left or right, when I turn the camera left or right, there doesn't seem to be much delay, and much the same when I walk. The only problem really is that the frame rate, you know, I'm not sure if this runs on 60 frames on an actual monitor, but I'm sure that it's supposed to run or look much better, like much more fluid than what I can actually see here right now. So yeah, this is how it looks like. I think it's rendering on 180p, 30 frames per second, and I think that's why. So depending on the games you play, I guess this might be an acceptable thing. But if you want to get the full experience, then this might actually be a problem. Alright, so I think we've seen enough for how it looks like for the PlayStation 5. Let's head over to the Nintendo Switch and see how well it works over there. Okay guys, it seems to have just worked out of the box for this one. So for the Nintendo Switch, I didn't really have to do anything special. And there are two games I wanted to try here. Also, the latency doesn't seem to be so bad for this device. So I'm curious though what video mode it's trying to output to. So that's 180p RGB full range. Yeah, there is nothing really very special in the settings, but as you can see, it's very responsive. So I'm gonna try out to do Mario Kart first, and then and setting up and trying to reduce the audio from my recording so that it doesn't filter out the noise. So let's try this, see how it goes. So far so good. We're just gonna do a simple race here, just the default ones, you know, and we're probably not even gonna finish the race. Maybe just a few laps would be fine. So as you can see here, it's not so bad, right? So like my controller isn't so far from the Switch as well, unlike when I play in the living room. But the input latency seems to be very minimal here. Like I don't feel it at all. Like it feels like I'm just playing on TV. So this is very different from the one when I tried Silent Hill earlier. I mean the controls is also responsive on the PS5. It's just that the display is like very downgraded. How do I actually use an item here? I actually don't remember. So now I think I'm having too much fun now. We're gonna go try Castlevania because I think this is a good test for the latency, you know, when you're playing platform games. And okay, I seem to have been playing this a while ago, and yeah, the latency here is pretty minimal as well. I mean, okay, maybe it's not perfect, like, but it is serviceable, you know. I think it's pretty serviceable. I mean, it could be better. Definitely could be better. But it's not so bad either. So if you're just, you know, playing this to make content or something, and you just want to talk about the game, but not really, you're not really trying to show like how it runs on an actual device or something, then it's pretty okay. I guess on the Switch. So I guess on the Switch, this UGREEN video capture device is pretty okay. I would give it maybe a 3 of 5. And is it worth the $20 investment? Right now, I'm not really sure. Like, maybe I would have just saved up my money and actually get an Elgato, you know. But if you just really need one, and to be honest, I'm gonna be using this for a while probably, then yeah, this is okay. Alright, so I guess that sums up our video. And before I get too carried away in playing this game, because you know, I really like Castlevania. I think it's one of the best Metroidvania, one of the best genres in video games. So I'm gonna have to say goodbye, and I hope that this video was useful for all of you, and you're able to connect your PS5 or Nintendo Switch and get your money's worth for what you bought. And yeah, if it helped you, please like, subscribe, give a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys on the next video.